Debbie, thank you so much for welcoming us into your home this afternoon for such a very intimate tour and history behind the home. Can you tell us a little bit about how long it actually took you to plan your dream home and kind of where you got some of the ideas for the house?
I actually have been thinking about this house for well over 30 years. Of the 43 years that we've been married, I've always loved to look in magazines and clip pictures out and say, oh, look at this kitchen, isn't that beautiful? I would love to have a kitchen that looked like this. Or I would see a butler's pantry and I thought, someday I'd like to have a butler's pantry. It was so practical, such a practical idea for me. So over those 30 years, I had files and files of clippings from magazines and articles. So when it came time to plan this house, I really knew exactly what I wanted. And we met with an architect for over 2 years, planning every room of this house. It was 2 years in the drawing stage before we ever started to build. And then another 18 months of building the house. And this was kind of a surprise room. I didn't even realize in the beginning that I was going to get this room. But our architect pointed out that I needed to square off the back of the house and we needed to add one more room. So Debbie's little sitting room appeared, and I had seen an article in a magazine where they had taken a sleeping porch and enclosed it. And I thought, that's what I want this room to look like. My very favorite room in the first floor has to be my kitchen.
Right.
That I actually used a kitchen designer who is a friend of mine in Atlanta, and I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to have this old-fashioned feel, but still have all the modern conveniences of a kitchen for me. I love to cook. My grandchildren and I do a lot of cooking together. The island in the center is 9 feet long, which sounds enormous, but it's perfect for what we use it for. I can clear it off and we can turn it into a buffet table when we're entertaining large groups. I have to admit that when I first built this dining room, I didn't think about having 11 grandchildren. Upstairs we have 3 separate bedrooms for our adult children and their spouses. And then I built, upstairs, this is my favorite room upstairs. We built a bunk room over the 3-car garage. And the bunk room will now sleep 12. We really have no visibility of either of our neighbors on either side, and they have no visibility towards us either. The house is set far back off the street, and it's completely covered in front with shrubbery and trees, so it's not very visible from the street. And of course, our view in the back is the lake and the golf course on the other side. So it's a very private, quiet setting. It's wonderful. I have to give Brock the credit for the outdoor space. He wanted a place where we could sit outside and enjoy a football game in the fall and have a fire in the fireplace on cool nights. We put an old farm table out there, and it seats 8, and we can entertain out there. The grill is out there. We had to be practical. We put a half bath so the grandchildren weren't coming into the house from the pool and the hot tub. And we have a mini kitchen out there so we can keep drinks in the refrigerator, and we have a pool storage area and even build a wood storage area. And the whole area is screened in so we don't fight mosquitoes and bees. Every window on the east and the south side of the house has some type of hurricane shutter on it.
Wow.
So we're well protected. We've lived through 3 hurricanes now, 2 minor ones and 1 major one, and other than some landscaping woes, we have come through it. We wanted a very southern looking home. It was that look that we wanted, with the rocking chairs on the front porch and the swings and the ceiling fans, and wide enough that you could actually go out there and sit and enjoy a sunset or a sunrise or just a cup of coffee in the morning.
The 2 lots actually cover an entire
1.5 acres.
And that is a entire hole of the golf course?
We're on the 13th hole out here on the other side of the pond, and our lot includes both the tee and the green.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome.